Today being Friday, the Federal High Court in Abuja has come to a decision concerning Senator Natasha and Akpabio. It says that the Justice Nyako, remember this is the same justice that was in presiding over Nnamdi Kanu's case. This woman that people see as federal government judge. So the judge ordered that the Senate recall the suspended senator on the grounds that her suspension for 6 months violated the Constitution and also denied her constituents of the adequate representation. The judge made the order while delivering judgment in the suit filed by Senator Natasha, challenging the 6 month suspension. Justice Nyako stated that while the National Assembly has powers to discipline any erring member, such discipline should not be too excessive to the extent of depriving her people of representation. And the judge explained that the 6 month suspension was excessive because it exceeded the 180 days the House is expected to sit. Meanwhile, they found Senator Natasha guilty of contempt of court, and they fined her the sum of 5 million naira because of that satirical apology that she wrote on her Facebook regarding Senator Akpabio, which Akpabio felt that she was mocking him. So Senator Natasha has been asked to pay this 5 million naira within 7 days and to publish an apology in 2 national dailies and on her Facebook page. So that is actually the main thing that I want to talk about, because I'm not happy about this particular one. Why will you fine Senator Natasha 5 million naira for satirical apology that she wrote on her Facebook? If you look at this matter, you can clearly see that federal government is just trying to find any way to render this woman financially incapacitated. Even if you feel that the satirical apology is a mockery or whatever, why are you fining her 5 million? Remember that about sometime last month, Akpabio withdrew a case that he had against Senator Natasha, and the court fined Akpabio ordinary 100,000 naira. 100,000 naira was what they fined Akpabio, but here you are fining Senator Natasha 5 million. It is not fair. It is not fair at all. And I'm not happy that this Justice Nyako, this same Wuruwuru judge of APC, that they used for Nnamdi Kanu's judgment some time ago, before she decided to leave that case. I'm not glad that she's the one that took over this matter. And another thing that I want to point out is last week Friday was when she was supposed to give her verdict. I don't know whether Akpabio and co went to go and influence her and made her to now insist that Senator Natasha should tender an apology. How can you say that she's in contempt of court? If you are to read that in, she's not talking about the sexual harassment. The main bulk of the letter that she wrote in that satirical apology is talking about the suspension. And it is left, if you want to interpret it as, oh, it has some elements of sexual harassment content in it, it is left to interpretation. I can write something and I have my own judgment on it. You can read what I've written and you yourself, you can see it in a different way. So it is left for interpretation. So I do not think that the judge is being fair to Senator Natasha by fining her a whole 5 million naira. And this is somebody you have not paid. And another thing that the judge is supposed to do is also to fine Akpabio's lawyer for coming on national television to discuss the sexual harassment. Because a gag order is enforced that you guys should not talk about the sexual harassment. But Akpabio's lawyer came to national television to talk about the sexual harassment nothing less than 20 to 25 minutes. So what did you do about that? Did you find them? No, you did not. So that is how I know that this judge is partial. Yes, you wanted to let us know that you are being a bit neutral by asking them to recall her to the Senate, but you are also being partial by not carrying out the law to the fullest. If you are going to fine Senator Natasha 5 million naira for being in contempt of court, Akpabio's lawyer should also be fined 5 million naira for being in contempt of court. That way you balance things. You cannot be doing selective justice because Akpabio is a Senate president. Federal government is fighting his battles. What kind of nonsense is this? The Senate has done something that is and another thing is they're supposed to also include in this judgment that Senator Natasha should be paid all her money due to her. She's been out of work for 4 months, suspended for 4 months. You guys are supposed to pay her full salary. At least that way, she can be able to have money to pay for all of these legal bills. Because their plan is to render the woman financially incapacitated. Evil people, federal government fighting for an individual. Akpabio's lawyer is trying to argue that the court lacks jurisdiction to interfere in Senate matter. Are you okay? Akpabio and your team, I'm asking you guys, are you okay? The court can interfere in any matter. And if you have to talk about jurisdiction, federal government lacks the jurisdiction to enter into the case between you and Sen Natasha. It is a civil matter. It has nothing to do with federal government. But here we are, you have the federal government fighting for you. You know, CMA said that they don't have jurisdiction, no. But here, the court is now coming to interfere into this Senate issue between you and Sen Natasha about her suspension. All of a sudden, you think that the court lacks jurisdiction.